Hey everybody, Jolt here from TheTokenMinorities, and it's time for a new Pokemon tournament. For those of you who may have just recently joined us, this is actually our second Pokemon tournament to host on YouTube. Our first tournament was called March Madness. It was an OU Pokemon Wi-Fi tournament, and that took place during the months of March, April, and a little bit of May. We thought that tournament went pretty well, so we decided to go ahead and host a second YouTube tournament, and this one will be called TheTokenMinorities Summer Showdown. And just like last time, there will be a cash prize for the winner and for second place, and it will be significantly larger than the last tournament, and we'll talk more about that here at the end of this video. Also, there is no entry fee for signing up for this tournament, so feel free to just join for fun, and hey, maybe you'll get lucky and end up with a good chunk of change in your pocket at the end of the tournament. There's no downside to signing up. The setup for this tournament is quite unique. Everyone is going to be battling in the OU tier, the UU tier, and the RU tier. So with that in mind, we will be following standard Smogon, OU, UU, and RU rules and bans throughout the tournament. And you will be required to follow any tier changes daily. So as soon as Smogon bans something, you have to abide by that. Standard Smogon rules entail a 6 vs 6 battle with standard clauses which include the Sleep Clause, Species Clause, Evasion Clause, etc. If you have any questions about the clauses or about what all rules are in effect for this tournament, just ask us, send us a private message, or leave us a comment on this video and we will try to get things cleared up as soon as possible. This tournament will be hosted on Pokemon Showdown rather than on Wi-Fi. We think that for a tournament that is including the rapidly changing UU and RU tiers, it is necessary to be on Pokemon Showdown rather than on Wi-Fi because we don't want to force people to breed new Pokemon should a certain Pokemon leave the tier or change tiers, etc. This tournament will begin on July 1st, so you do have about 15 days from the time this video is posted to create your teams and get yourself ready for this next tournament. We are shooting for at least 64 competitors in this tournament, so we're looking for 64 people to sign up, and we will accept more than 64 people should more people want to join this tournament. With this being a Pokemon Showdown tournament, we do anticipate that more than 64 people will want to sign up, as we were able to get 83 signups in our last tournament, which was awesome. How bracket play will work will be the top 64 signups, and if we have more than 64 signups, we will include pool play to determine the best 64, but we'll talk more about that in the kickoff video coming up on July 1st. But how the bracket play will work is it will be single elimination, but every round will be a best 2 of 3 against your opponent. Each of those matches will be in a different tier. One will be in the OU tier, one will be in the UU tier, and one in the RU tier. So whoever wins 2 of 3 of those battles will advance to the next round of bracket play. So that'll be pretty fun, but we do ask that you are knowledgeable in OU, UU, and RU before joining this tournament because that will be very important in your success in this tournament. However, if you do want to just join for the fun of it, we can't stop you, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you if you don't really understand the UU and RU tiers. We do ask that you also have OU, UU, and RU teams ready for the tournament before we start so that we can get our matches done as quickly as possible. So you do have about 15 days from the time this video is posted to the time when the tournament will begin to be preparing those teams, and we understand that the tiers are shifting a lot, especially in UU and RU lately. So I guess stay on top of that because you will be asked to follow tier changes daily. So as soon as Smogon determines something as being banned from one tier, you have to abide by that right away. So keep that in mind, and feel free to change your team throughout the tournament because of situations like this, and also because of the potential for team scouting. We don't want people to scout. We actually prohibit team scouting, and if someone is caught team scouting, you will be eliminated from the tournament. But still, it's not possible to catch everyone that does that, so you are free to change your team as many times as you want throughout the tournament. So keep that in mind. Now, how do you register for this tournament? To register, leave a comment with your Pokemon Showdown username and your time zone. The time zone part is very, very important. Well, so is the username part, but the time zone part actually especially is important because we had a lot of trouble in the last tournament with time zone conflicts between two opponents. So make sure in the comment to leave your time zone. You can leave it in the GMT plus whatever format, or you can just tell me what country you live in, and that'll be good enough. We're just going to try to sort people in the bracket play and in potential pool play based upon where you live so that it's as easy as possible to complete your battles. So if you don't leave your username, your Pokemon Showdown username that is, and your time zone as a comment to this video, you will not be signed up for the tournament. So if you forget one of those two aspects, I will leave a comment requesting that you give the other detail, and if you don't respond, you won't be signed up, so don't complain if you don't make it. So just make sure you follow those rules, please. As for the prizes for this tournament, the part that everyone's been waiting for, I'm sure, third place prize will be a free IV breed in Pokemon X and Y if you have the game, and if you don't have the game or you would rather have this other prize in third place, that is fine, but the alternate prize is a new booster pack, a new Pokemon booster pack that is, from whatever the newest released Pokemon TCG set is at that time. By the time the tournament's over, I doubt Flashfire will be the most recent booster set, but if it is, that'll be the booster pack you get, and if it's not the most recent set, you'll get whatever the newest booster pack is at that time. As for the second place prize, it will be a small cash prize. It'll be a $5 Amazon gift card. So that's pretty fun. You could probably go buy a Pokemon pack yourself if you wanted to, or some other cool stuff on Amazon, just whatever you want to do. And as for the big first place prize, it will be a $25 Amazon gift card. So that is substantially bigger than what we had in our last tournament, and we really hope that'll be some incentive to get a lot of people to sign up. We'd love for this tournament to hit at least 128 people. That'd be amazing, and with it being on Pokemon Showdown, that's very manageable. So, like we said before, please do be familiar with the OU, UU, and RU tiers, and we also ask that you are familiar with how to communicate with people on YouTube. We know that can be pretty complicated, especially if you are not one of the people that are actually posting a lot of videos. So we actually have posted a video that describes in pretty solid detail how to communicate with people on YouTube via comments, via private messages, and also via visitor messages. So make sure to check out that video. It'll be right now listed as an annotation to this video, and also will be linked to in the comments. Just click on that and it'll take you to our video and it'll explain everything. Please do watch that in full. It helped tons of people in our last tournament, and I think it'll help you as well. So I believe that about covers everything I needed to mention in this video, so please stay tuned for the tournament kickoff video, which will be posted on July 1st, and it would be very beneficial if you were to subscribe to us, at least temporarily. You may not like our content, and that's okay, but if you do subscribe to us now, you'll be able to stay up to date with all of our tournament update videos that we will be posting throughout the tournament, and they are pretty dang important because they tell you who you're going to be against, and they give warnings, reminders, etc. To those of you who are in the tournament. However, if you do like our content, we would definitely be very happy if you would remain subscribed to us, as we are really trying to go for at least 500 subscribers by the end of the summer, and if we can exceed 500 subscribers, that would be fantastic, and we will love you all, and we actually have a really cool 500 subscriber special planned for you guys, which I will not reveal at this time, but it is very cool and definitely worth subscribing to see. So with that in mind, be on the lookout for specific detail regarding challenging your opponent in that tournament kickoff video, and we hope to see several of you sign up. So only one thing left to do. I am alone today, but Wobbuffet. Alright guys, good luck, and we will see you on July 1st.